Welcome back to English 4.0, the radio show. Let's go! Intermediate. All right, welcome back. Welcome to Intermediate Class 59. All right, moving along through the material now, and yesterday we talked about the most important thing. Well, maybe not the most important thing in English, but we talked about that structure grammatically. The most important thing he did was... The most important thing he did. What was the most important thing that the president did? Well, it depends which president. And it depends on your perception, I guess, of importance and what's important. But this structure, it's a very important thing that you can master this structure. The most important thing, the most interesting person I've ever met, the most intelligent person, the most interesting thing, whatever it is, the most algo, the most interesting. So the most adjective, the most interesting, the most difficult, the most challenging. One of the most difficult things in English is, well, phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs are very difficult. They can be, and you have to learn a way to internalize them. I was talking about this yesterday, I know. But it's an interesting topic, and it's an important one, and it's important to study them. So here, the most important thing to remember is the use of the word thing in this structure. The most important thing. But thing could be something else. The most important person. The most important... the most important job, our most important competitor. Okay, the most important, the most difficult language I know of. English is certainly not the most difficult language I know of. Spanish isn't either. Chinese is much more difficult. Yes, you should be glad that we're not speaking Chinese and that I'm not trying to teach you Chinese here, okay? Now, we also talked about, in the last class, we talked about a structure which I didn't really have time to discuss properly. So I'd like to get into this now, which is the use of can't. In certain structures where you don't use that in Spanish, where in Spanish the translation would seem a bit misleading. So we don't say don't, but rather can't, with verbs like to find. I can't find my keys. We don't say, if you say no encuentro, we say I can't find. I can't find my keys. I can't find my phone. I can't find my book, and I can't find my pencil. Yesterday, I couldn't find, right? So we're conjugating the verb, the modal verb. I couldn't find my book. Yesterday, I couldn't find my keys. My brother couldn't find his keys either. None of us could find our keys. We couldn't find our keys. Now I can't find my keys. Okay? So, can't. I can and I can't. I can't find my keys. Now, similarly, with the verb to see, I can't see it. It's too far away. It's too far away, so I can't see it. I'm looking through the window here. I'm looking, and I can see into the production booth here, but I can't see what's going on. I can't see what Nacho is doing on the computer. He's doing something. He might be editing a program, but I can't see what he's doing. He's working at something, but I can't see what he's working on. Maybe it's related to this program, or maybe it's related to another program, but I can't see what he's doing. He's doing something, but I can't see it. Also, I can't hear him. It sounds like he's typing. Well, it looks like he's typing, but I can't hear. I can't see what he's doing. I can't see his hands, and I can't hear anything from the booth. He could have music playing very loudly, and I wouldn't know. He doesn't. I don't think he does. He's shaking his head. He's saying, no, I don't. But It's possible. I wouldn't know because we have soundproof glass here. It's soundproof, so I can't hear anything. And he can't hear me. Well, he can hear me through the microphone, but if the microphone were turned off, he wouldn't be able to hear me. Okay, now we also do this with the verb to remember, for example. I can't remember exactly what we talked about 3 classes ago because I have a short-term memory. Now, but I can't remember all the details of what we were talking about in the last class. Can you 3 classes ago. Can you refresh my memory because I can't remember exactly. So, we do that with these verbs: to find, to see, to hear, to remember. I can't. So we often hear mistakes with this among Spanish people because you say, I don't hear. But no, I can't hear. Okay? Can you remember all the words to a lot of songs? To a lot of Bruce Springsteen songs? Can you remember a lot of words? No, I can't remember. I can't remember all the words to the Bruce Springsteen songs. Well, can you remember all of the words to a lot of Bruce Springsteen songs? That'll be my definitive question. No, I can't remember all the words to a lot of Bruce Springsteen songs. It's interesting, we say the words to a song, not the words of a song, but the words to a song. The lyrics, the words to the song. I can't remember a lot of the words. Can you see ghosts at night? No, I can't see ghosts at night. I can't see ghosts at night. Can you hear that noise? There was a noise. Can you hear it? Oh, I can't hear it. I can't hear that noise. I can't hear it. Can you remember my name? Do you know what my name is? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Can you remember it? My name is Kyle. Yes, thank you. Some of you remember it, others don't. Can you remember what your first word was? Can you remember that? I can't remember I don't know what my first word was. I'll have to ask my mother. I suppose, I expect, I imagine, I bet that my mother can remember my first word. But she probably can't remember her own first word. Yeah. Can you see well at night? Can you see well at night? I can't. I can't see well at night. I don't like driving in the dark because I can't see well at night. I can't. Yeah, can you see as well as you could when you were 10 years old? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't think I can see as well as I could when I was 10 years old. No. Can you hear me well now? Are you driving in your car, listening to Vaughan Radio? Because maybe depending on the neighborhood that you're in, the barrio, the neighborhood that you're in, you may or may not be able to hear me perfectly. But if you're at home connected via the internet, vaughanradio.com, you can hear me perfectly every time. Always. You can hear me perfectly all the time, I should say. All the time. Every time you try to connect, you will be able to hear me perfectly. You'll be able to hear me perfectly all the time. Yes. But if you're driving in your car, you may be in an area where you don't get great reception, so maybe you can't hear me well. Can you hear me well? You can hear. Oh, good. Thank you. Can you remember everything you ate yesterday? Because I can't. I can't remember everything I ate yesterday. No, I'm not good at that. People say, "What did you have for lunch yesterday?" And I often don't remember. It's terrible. I have a bad short-term memory for things like that. No. All right.
Word of the day.
All right, it's time now for our word of the day. Our word of the day today is, it's actually a phrasal verb, folks, which is to wrap up. Wrap. So when we wrap something, when we put paper around it, like a gift, to wrap a Christmas gift in decorative paper, to put, you have a gift in a box, imagine, and you put a nice Christmas paper around it and you wrap it up. We use the phrasal verb to wrap it up. It's interesting, and it's worth noting that very often when we use the preposition up, the preposition up is very often redundant in phrasal verbs. And for example, I'll call you up tomorrow. Well, I'll call you tomorrow. I wrapped up your gift. I wrapped your gift. You can say it simply, I wrapped it. To wrap. W-R-A-P. W-R-A-P. I wrapped a gift yesterday. I wrapped it up in beautiful Christmas paper. Yes, I wrapped it up. I wrapped it. I can just say I wrapped it. If you want to use the phrasal verb, you can use up. But very often, and even among teachers, when we're teaching these phrasal verbs, we say, call up, call me up, he called me up. But in reality, I would say I use call much more often than call up. I called him yesterday. I called him up. He called me up. He called me. It's the same. We wrapped it up. We wrapped it. Okay? So and we also use it with a lot of different verbs, to fix up. To fix something. He fixed it up. I think I'm going to cook up some chicken tonight. I'm going to cook it. I'm going to cook it up. Just to do, it's really redundant, the use of up here, but it's very common. And you have to know what you have to know about this, because you'll hear it all the time. But you don't have to use it. You don't have to use it all the time. The up. So very often it's redundant, and that's an interesting phenomenon about phrasal verbs. Okay, so now, well, I suppose I should mention as well that one more thing about wrap up is we also use wrap up as in to end. I'm going to wrap up the class in 5 minutes. I'm going to finish it. The class will wrap up in 5 minutes because I will wrap it up. I will finish it. Okay. So, here we have this structure to lose. Okay? Here we are in 59. Did you lose 1,000 euros yesterday? The verb to lose, I should say. Did you lose 1,000 euros yesterday? No, I didn't lose 1,000 euros yesterday. Ask me if I lost money at the casino last night. Kyle, did you lose money at the casino last night? To lose. No, I didn't lose money at the casino. I didn't go to the casino. To lose. Lose. L-O-S-E. Lose. Every day I lose. Yesterday I lost. I lost. So one team wins and one team loses. Ask me if I lost a book yesterday. Kyle, did you lose a book yesterday? So perder in the sense of no ganar, pero también perder porque no puedo encontrarlo. I can't find it because I've lost it. I lost it yesterday. I lost my keys. Yes. I missed the bus. I missed the bus and I lost my keys. Perder el autobús. To miss the bus. We have miss versus lose. We can talk about that another day. To miss an opportunity. To not capitalize on an opportunity. I missed the bus as well. I missed it. It went by because I didn't get to the bus stop early enough. I missed the bus. And then I couldn't start my car because I lost my keys. Oh, terrible. Every day I lose. Yesterday I lost. Lost. All right. Very good.
Vocabulary of the day.
Time now for our vocabulary of the day. Our 5 words of vocabulary. Realeza. Royalty. Royalty. So the royal family. They are royal, or they are royalty. They are the royal family, but the royal family, they are considered royalty. Realeza. Valioso. Valuable. Valuable. English is very valuable. A knowledge of the English language is a very valuable thing to have. Valuable with a V. Valuable. Acero. Steel. 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 S-T-E-E-L. Steel. Un alivio. A relief. a relief. Relief. Punto y coma. Semicolon. 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 Yeah, punto y coma is a semicolon. All right, we've just got a few minutes left, and I want to get started with our translation. With what?
Translation.
Yes, that's right, with the translation. I'm going to start now with a little bit of translation, and we only have a few minutes, so we'll do a few, but we'll review the whole list tomorrow in the next class, okay? Number 1, haz lo que digo, no lo que hago. Do what I say, not what I do. Do what I say, not what I do. Very good. Number 2, ¿cuándo vas a enseñármelo? En voz alta en casa, siempre en voz alta con esas frases. When are you going to show it to me? When are you going to show it to me? And number 3, ¿por qué te quejas tanto? Why do you complain so much? Why do you complain so much? Very good. Number 4, ¿qué estás buscando? What are you looking for? What are you looking for? To look for something, buscar, to look for. Number 5, this will be the last one. Tenemos que causar una buena impresión. En voz alta, the last one, make it a good one, say it properly. We have to make a good impression. En voz alta, I didn't hear you. We have to make a good impression. Very good. If you got all those right, then you have made a good impression on me, and you will make a good impression on English speakers when you speak to them. Okay. So, anyhow, thank you so much for listening. I'm going to go to the commercial break. I'll be back with the advanced class in a few minutes and back with more for at their intermediate level tomorrow, same time, same place. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.